Ballistic missile launches detected simultaneously. Iskander-M from Russian territory, ATACMS from Ukrainian positions, both sides firing within seconds. Missiles airborne heading opposite directions. Flight time calculated at 90 seconds. Defense networks activating emergency protocols. Patriot systems tracking ATACMS threats. S-400 batteries engaging Iskander trajectories. This is mutual strike warfare. Command centers scrambling intercept solutions. Radar operators watching both scenarios. Skyfall Warfare documents synchronized destruction. Launch signatures confirmed at 03:47 a.m. Iskander-M leaving Kursk region installations. Target coordinates indicating Lugansk area warehouse. ATACMS departing from Zaporizhia positions. Trajectory projecting toward Belgorod military base. Both missiles climbing to altitude. Apogee approach happening within seconds. Defense systems calculating intercept geometry frantically. Time compression creating impossible decisions constantly. Patriot battery near target acquiring contact. Radar lock achieved on incoming Iskander. Launch command issued to interceptor missiles. 2 interceptors climbing toward threat trajectory. Engagement window measured in single seconds. Missile defense mathematics working against time. Terminal phase approaching with devastating speed. Simultaneously, S-400 engaging ATACMS inbound track. Russian interceptors launching from prepared positions. Tracking data streaming to command networks. Engagement probability calculations updating continuously in real time. Which missile type poses greater defensive challenge? A Iskander-M, B ATACMS. C both equally difficult. Comment below quickly. Iskander-M now entering terminal descent phase. Speed exceeding Mach 6 during approach. Maneuvering capability complicating intercept solutions significantly. Patriot interceptors adjusting course toward contact. Engagement range closing at impossible velocity. Operators monitoring telemetry streams, watching numbers. Impact point refined to specific building. Lugansk warehouse storing ammunition and equipment. Personnel evacuated earlier based on intelligence. Facility valued at 40 million minimum. Patriot engagement happening now in real time. First interceptor missing by narrow margin. Second interceptor adjusting for terminal maneuver. Iskander performing evasive pattern during descent. Interceptor proximity fuse activating at closest approach. Fragments expanding toward ballistic missile body. Partial damage registered on telemetry briefly. Iskander continuing descent despite interceptor contact. Terminal guidance still functional after engagement. Impact imminent on target warehouse facility. ATACMS simultaneously approaching Belgorod base now. S-400 interceptors climbing toward projected trajectory. Russian operators working identical time pressure. Missile descending toward hardened command bunker. Defense calculations updating with new tracking. Terminal velocity preventing optimal intercept geometry completely. Engagement happening at worst possible phase. Interceptors launched but success probability marginal. ATACMS guidance package extremely accurate historically. Target coordinates locked since launch moment. Skyfall Warfare tracks both strikes in parallel. The fundamental challenge of ballistic missile defense becomes exponentially harder when 2 peer adversaries launch simultaneously, because defensive resources split attention and interceptor inventories face dual depletion, while command networks struggle processing parallel engagement geometries. Iskander impacts Lugansk warehouse at 03:48:34 a.m. Penetration warhead detonating inside structure immediately. Ammunition stores igniting from explosive force. Secondary explosions beginning within 5 seconds. Building structure collapsing from internal pressure. Fireball visible from 8 kilometers away. Munitions cooking off in sustained chain. Warehouse completely destroyed in single strike. Strategic ammunition stockpile eliminated instantly tonight. Smoke column rising 300 meters. Patriot battery crew analyzing engagement failure. Interceptor telemetry reviewed for misfactors. Evasive maneuvering exceeded prediction models significantly. Terminal phase speed compressed reaction time. Engagement geometry suboptimal from initial detection. Intercept probability was 37% maximum. System performed within expected parameters technically. Outcome still represents defense penetration operationally. Base commander assessing ammunition loss impact. ATACMS impact at Belgorod, 03:48:37 a.m. 3 seconds after Iskander struck simultaneously. S-400 interceptors failed to achieve kill. Missile penetrated defense at terminal velocity. Cluster munition warhead deploying over target. Sub-munitions dispersing across command facility area. Multiple detonations saturating bunker surroundings completely. Hardened structure surviving but surface equipment. Communications arrays destroyed by cluster effects. Vehicle park taking catastrophic fragmentation damage. Personnel casualties reported from exposed positions. Command capability degraded but not eliminated. Bunker intact but isolated from networks. Surface infrastructure completely compromised by strike. Recovery operations beginning under ongoing threat. New launch detections reported both directions now. Second wave missiles airborne within minutes. Iskander launch from different firing position. ATACMS departing from alternate Ukrainian location. Defense networks already engaged with analysis. Fresh threats requiring immediate response allocation. Ammunition inventories reduced from first engagement. Reload operations happening under time pressure. Crews working maximum speed between launches. The cycle accelerates beyond sustainable pace. Which system failed first in your assessment? A Patriot against Iskander. BS-400 against ATACMS. C neither failed, both performed. Skyfall Warfare demands your analysis below. Second Iskander targeting Kharkiv region depot. ATACMS aimed at Kursk Logistics Center. Both missiles climbing identical flight profiles. Defense batteries preparing second engagement attempt. Lessons from first intercept applied quickly. Adjusted intercept geometry based on telemetry. Operators refining engagement parameters in real time. Time remains impossible constraint on physics. Missiles flying faster than optimal defense. Patriot battery repositioning for better angle. S-400 battery increasing interceptor allocation this attempt. 2 interceptors becoming 3 per target. Ammunition consumption accelerating under pressure completely. Sustainability calculations turning negative across engagements. Depot at Kharkiv storing fuel and supplies. ATACMS target at Kursk holding vehicle maintenance. Both strikes aimed at logistics infrastructure. Mutual destruction of sustainment capability simultaneously. Strategic calculation accepting loss for loss. Neither side able to defend everything. Offensive capability exceeding defensive resources systematically. The mathematics favor the attacker currently. Iskander descending toward Kharkiv depot now. Patriot launching 3 interceptors in sequence. First engagement at maximum range possible. Second interceptor targeting mid-course phase. Third reserved for terminal intercept attempt. Coordinated engagement doctrine applied under pressure. First interceptor achieves proximity kill successfully. Iskander telemetry shows damage to guidance. Missile trajectory deviating from optimal path. Second interceptor pursuing damaged target aggressively. Impact confirmed destroying ballistic missile completely. Debris falling away from intended target. Successful intercept prevented depot destruction this time. Patriot crew celebrating brief victory moment. Ammunition expenditure concerning but mission accomplished. Is air defense collapse inevitable when both sides launch continuously like this scenario? Comment Y or N with reasoning. ATACMS approaching Kursk maintenance facility simultaneously. 3 S-400 interceptors engaging in sequence. Russian doctrine mirroring Patriot engagement pattern. First interceptor launched at extreme range. ATACMS maneuvering during mid-course flight phase. Interceptor missing by considerable margin initially. Second interceptor adjusting for ATACMS maneuver. Engagement geometry improving with new data. Proximity fuse detonating near missile body. ATACMS sustaining damage but continuing descent. Terminal guidance partially degraded from fragments. Third interceptor pursuing damaged ATACMS now. Terminal intercept attempted at lowest altitude. Kill achieved 300 meters above target. ATACMS debris impacting outside facility perimeter. Minor damage from falling fragments only. Maintenance operations continuing despite near miss. Successful defense preserving critical logistics capability. Both sides achieved one intercept success. Both sides suffered one penetration earlier. Score tied in mutual strike exchange. Third wave launches detected both directions. Iskander and ATACMS airborne again simultaneously. Defense networks approaching ammunition concerns seriously. Sustained engagement depleting interceptor stockpiles rapidly. Production rates cannot match consumption pace. Strategic reserves drawing down with each exchange. 4 Patriot interceptors expended so far. 6 S-400 interceptors fired in engagements. Reload operations happening between strike waves. Crews physically exhausted from sustained operations. If you track ballistic missile warfare dynamics and mutual strike scenarios, then type Skyfall immediately. Third Iskander targeting Dnipro area infrastructure. Third ATACMS aimed at Belgorod again. Both commanders selecting previous target zones. Damaged facilities receiving follow-on strikes now. Defense already weakened from earlier impacts. Repair operations interrupted by fresh attacks. Layered strikes overwhelming recovery capability systematically. Strategic damage accumulating beyond repair capacity. Neither side able to reconstitute under fire. Dnipro air defense preparing for engagement. Belgorod batteries reloading for second defense. Both locations already damaged from Wave 1. Defense degraded but still marginally functional. Operators working with reduced capability equipment. Communication networks patched through alternate routes. Coordination slower than optimal timing requires. Split-second decisions taking multiple seconds now. Performance degradation cascading through entire system. Iskander impact at Dnipro, 03:53 a.m. Defense overwhelmed by infrastructure damage from before. Interceptors launched but tracking degraded critically. Missile penetrated compromised air defense network. Power substation destroyed by precision strike. Electrical grid destabilized across regional area. Backup generators assuming critical loads only. Grid recovery timeline measured in days. Economic impact exceeding 60 million immediately. ATACMS impacting Belgorod moments after Dnipro. Follow-on strike hitting previously damaged base. Additional command infrastructure destroyed this wave. Belgorod defense capability severely degraded now. Surface-to-air systems damaged by cluster effects. Remaining batteries relocated to safer positions. Base effectively neutralized as command node. Strategic coordination capability eliminated from network. Both sides exchanging destruction at mutual pace. What breaks next in this escalating cycle? Comment your prediction below. Right now, defense quiz answer is C. Neither system failed. Both performed within design parameters against extremely difficult targets. Ballistic missile defense, inherently challenging proposition. Success rates typically below 50%. Both Patriot and S-400 achieved kills. Both systems also suffered penetrations inevitably. Technology reaches physical limits against hypersonics. Operators performed admirably under impossible conditions. Can air defenses sustain this exchange rate? Absolutely not with current ammunition stockpiles. Interceptor production cannot match consumption rates. Strategic reserves depleting within days, potentially. Reload capacity insufficient for sustained operations. Economic cost overwhelming defense budgets rapidly. 6 interceptors costing more than single Iskander. Mathematics favor offensive missiles in exchange. Is escalation now unavoidable after mutual strikes? Both sides demonstrated willingness to strike. Neither achieved decisive defensive advantage clearly. Mutual vulnerability creates instability incentives strongly. Pressure mounting for expanded targeting lists. What target is next after logistics? Likely energy infrastructure or transportation nodes. Command facilities already under sustained attack. Industrial capacity becoming priority target set. Civilian infrastructure separation increasingly theoretical only. Subscribe to Skyfall Warfare when the sky starts falling. Missiles fall, air defenses break. Skyfall Warfare.